Okay, let's do this. Tier 13. A little late. Apologies. I'm going to go with a duo here. Dark Knight Cecil and Core. I am not going to bother going through the left and the right gates because there really isn't much of a need. There's not much strategy involved because they're Lufenia stages and our characters are grossly overpowered for Lufenia stages now, so you don't need much guidance with it. The only thing that would be important is that right side if you're going to solo it with Core. That orb is a launch orb, and Core can't launch, so just bring a Sid Rain Skull or a Pandemonium Summon. Just something to keep the orb at bay. Just use it once or twice, you'll be totally fine, and Core can just spam them to death. I didn't even really need to focus on off turns or anything like that. It was just the second his FR was ready, went in, summon, spam, dead, nothing to worry about. But on to these okay, these things, I'm hearing a lot of Wario comparisons, which I totally see. These guys, at least this wave, they look more like Zangief to me. Like a stone-faced Zangief, but all I know is looking at him, I can hear the Wario laugh. I can hear it just by looking at him. This wave looks more like Zangief, though, to me. That's just what I see. But who cares? The strategy. Milking that Dark Knight Cecil burst effect more than anything, because these guys have a mechanic where they will do an attack that just kills you no matter what unless you are under 50% health. And the Dark Knight Cecil BT effect will just keep you there no matter what. I mean, he's already dropping his health constantly anyway, so that's a plus. That BT effect also helps with damage. It's a good sap. I really like what they did to Dark Knight Cecil. I wouldn't say he's, you know, a necessary character or a must pull or anything like that, but I have a bit of nostalgia with the guy. For those who have been around this channel long enough, especially back in the Lufenia era, I used Dark Knight Cecil all the fucking time, along with Cloud and Kais. That was my bread and butter for a long time. So when he came back around, I had to go all in. And go all in I did. He was not cheap. This era hates me. But I don't want to bitch about it. I'm just saying, he wasn't cheap. But as long as I can save up enough for Vivi, I'm good. I'm not going to complain. That was their force time attack. Nothing to worry about if your health is low enough. Again, thank you, Dark Knight Cecil. So what we're going to do here is get them down to a decent amount of health, and we're going to pop the Dark Knight Cecil BT effect, and we're going to do our best to keep that active for the entire fight. Now there's 3 waves here. I didn't know that going in at first. In fact, I had to redo this whole fucking thing because I soloed the left side with DKC, soloed the right side with Jack, and went, I'll just bring them both to the middle. And that was a mess. That was a total mess. Maybe it can be done, maybe, but this is much more reliable with Core's off turns and keeping you from being broken. That's huge. The fact that you can't get broken with Core here is really, really great. So that's what I took advantage of. Alright. So looking at their health, they're getting close to those threshold markers, because you'll notice their health goes down pretty quickly in this wave. Once it's Dark Knight Cecil's turn again, we're going to pop that BT effect, and then they will just go down. And they'll kill themselves. Really. Like, what you want to do here is do your best to keep their health evenly distributed. Don't do that shit where you're just hammering on one when there's 2 others that aren't getting any attention. No. Distribute your damage evenly. Which is really just DFFOO 101 when you're fighting multiple enemies. You want to try to... Don't kill them one at a time. You really just try to weather the storm, keep their health down evenly, and you'll be okay. Especially in a situation like this, given what they do. Because if you don't, these things will just revive one of the heads. And if that happens, just restart. Just don't keep going. Just start over. Because otherwise it's just gonna be a whole pain in the ass. So if one of these heads gets revived, just hit that reset button. So now, they'll do this thing where they put these shields up. And Core's going to do his best to hack through the shields and not do much of anything. But DKC's going to cut right through it. Right through it. See, look. The fact that we can't get broken is so nice right now. Because they're just going to keep hitting us. And it's not going to do shit. They don't seem to do a lot of HP attacks, which is really helpful given the fact that we have no HP. It's just those those threshold markers, and that force time attack. That's really what you have to watch out for more than anything. Okay, so one of them is dead, and now that their health is low enough, there we go. One by one. Now, we still have that burst effect at full duration, 8 turns. So at this point, our FR gauge is fully charged, and we're going to use it to take out this wave as quickly as we can. Oh yeah, they do a lot of that too, but when we're at force time, they won't. And again, it's not like it matters anyway if they do, because we can't get broken anyway. Yeah, core is very helpful. Very helpful for this fight. Very good. Fun fact, Machina can solo this fight. That's right. Xcaliblur did a very, very detailed walkthrough of how to do that. So go check him out if you're interested in the Machina solo. If you didn't pull for Dark Knight Cecil, Machina can solo this. There's a lot to keep track of, though, in the midst of it. So if you need a guide, I cannot recommend it strongly enough. Xcaliblur's video is very, very good for the Machina solo, if you're interested. I, for one, am not interested. I have the banner character, and the mechanics just suit Dark Knight Cecil way too well. So I think he's just best suited here, and save Machina for later, possibly. Alright, so now we really want to just keep... Now we really just kind of want to let them get as many turns as we can, really. To keep force time up for as long as possible. Make do of the off-turn damage with core. And try to keep this up all throughout this whole wave. Just so they go down fast and we have a little bit of juice to start off the third wave. So yeah, there's 3 waves to this, which I didn't know when I first did it. Didn't know that. One thing that I should have done, I mean, I didn't end up needing to, but I think it would have made my life a lot easier, is remove any sort of speed passives, turn rate passives, any of that, because you'll see it. Because again, I can't stress this enough. You want to keep Dark Knight Cecil's stuff up for as long as possible. His force time, his burst effect, all of that. You want that up for as much of this fight as you can possibly have it. And Dark Knight Cecil gets mad turn rate on that skill too. Because what you want to do is you want to keep launching these guys because it's more damage, but his turn rate is just so ridiculously high that you're gonna wear out force time. You're gonna wear out the burst effect, and you don't want to do that. So, remove those passives, and I think you'll have a much easier time doing this than I did. Because my biggest hurdle to cross was the third wave. And I think you'll see why when we get there. Because it got to a point where I'm like, when is this thing gonna take a turn? Because he just wouldn't, and you need him to take a turn at one point, otherwise he won't die. So if he gets a turn, and your burst effect wears out, he'll just kill you. And he has to get a turn. So the less turns you take, the better, really. So take off those speed passes. I'm sure it'll make your life a hell of a lot easier. I actually did not have Core's FR until just now, until this fight. Didn't end up needing it for this fight. It helped with the solo on the right, but doubt it was necessary. Yeah, I'm glad I have it though, even though I didn't need it here, because he's proven to be very good, really good. So I think I'm gonna just run exactly this for Dare to Defy also. I don't see why I wouldn't, really. It's efficient with the characters, new weapon, why not? I still haven't even done the CPU Dare to Defy. I have to figure that one out too. I'm a little behind on the default front, but it's fine. There's only one more Dare to Defy after this, so only a few stages I gotta work out. It'll be fine. But look, now we can see their health is going down rather quickly. We got the EX up. Yep, the Dark Cannon. I just realized I think I have the 15 CP skin in Dark Knight Cecil. I don't know why. I don't even know what his burst looks like. And I pulled for it and everything. I kind of wish he had that skin on, but oh well. These things have massive ears. Do you see that? You know what I think? I think these things and the Medusa heads should all hook up. That's what I think. I think that they should go on a triple date. Let's just have the ugliest motherfuckers in DFFOO all go out together. They're gonna have nice conversations where they just make weird grunting noises at each other. Match made in heaven. Hell. Match made in hell, these things. Okay. So as you can see, we still have 2 turns of force time left. We also have this summon here. Oh yeah, there's also a shield. This thing gets a big ass shield. But we're gonna get rid of that right now. There's look, 8:55 on force time. Not bad, 1 turn left. Summon. Break that shield and do a ton of damage. Awesome. So now at this point, what we're trying to do more than anything is build our force gauge back up and get the Dark Knight Cecil burst effect back up. But now we're going to try to milk this as much as we can. You know what? I screwed up here. I should have used the Kurosame call because now Core's going to get... Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I can use it now. There we go. Never mind. I did it right. Okay. What I was looking at there was the debuff, because there's also different forms of doom that they inflict on you where you just get broken all the time. But look, that red debuff, 1 turn left. So now when I do this, Core's going to get broken afterwards. What I was looking at is the fact that Dark Knight Cecil only has 1 turn left on the burst effect. I was trying to make as much use of that sap as I could by having Core just stand there and spam. And that's about as much as I can get out of it because of that fucking Doom thing or whatever it is. I don't think it's called Doom in this sense. Because they have Doom, they have that framed one that's like a 3-turn countdown. Whatever. Maybe it is Doom. Well, you know what I mean. I'm being too... whatever. So now we want to... Yeah, we need that burst effect back up soon. Because you'll see his gauge fills wicked fast. This is another thing. I wish I didn't have to delay you. But I wanted that damage there. Want those debuffs on. So this is a little risky. So I want to go... See, look how fast their gauge fills. That's what I'm saying. Be careful. Be really careful when you're recharging here because there's a good chance he'll beat you to it because, damn. Look how far down he was and he's already caught up to us. So we can't let that happen. So yes, the damage in this burst phase isn't going to be much because we don't have force time going, but again, it's not about the damage in here. It's about getting that burst effect back up so that we can make use of it outside of the burst. That's what it's all about. I didn't bother using an LD in here because I didn't want to delay him again because again, he needs to take a turn and we need that burst effect up when it happens. Otherwise, we're fucked. So no more delays. You guys notice that Dark Knight Cecil has the best FR partner in the entire Final Fantasy franchise? Did you guys notice that? Because he does. He's getting a lot of help with his new animations. Everybody's coming in helping out Dark Knight Cecil. I think his animations are cool. I love when characters team up like this. Awesome. Okay, so now we are safe. So we can let him do his attack and we'll be okay. It's going to charge up in just a second. So now at this point, we are going to... really, that's what we're going to do? I thought we were going to do other things. I thought we were going to spam, but no, that's what we did. I probably should have just spammed, actually. No. Again, we need to take a turn. We need to let him take a turn, I mean. Okay, we have our FR up. Increase our damage. By quite a bit. Needless to say, I'm sure you can tell already, this wave is the tankiest by far. He does not go down nearly as quickly as the other heads did. But it's not terrible. Again, it's mainly a timing thing, more than anything. Running it this way, it's not about damage racing. It's about timing out your effects properly so that you don't get killed by their goofy-ass mechanics. By their insanely, sickeningly Dark Knight Cecil-specific mechanics, because, oh my god. Yes, it could be done without him, but if you have him, just bring him here. This is clearly where he belongs. Clearly. Now, see, I wanted to just launch there, but I didn't want that turn rate. That's bad. We don't want that. So I can't stress this enough. Take off the speed passives, the turn rate passives. If you're going to run it like this, it will make your life so much easier. Because that would have been so nice to get that launch in. It really would have been. But hey, this way we can take advantage of some off turns in the midst of this. So let's do exactly that. Really, you missed? Wouldn't have mattered anyway, it's not like you can break us, but you missed? For real? Okay. Try again. It's a little unnerving going at this with 1 HP, but he'll back up. Again, they're not really HP spammy though. Like, they're not. Doesn't seem that way anyway. Like, it's just those effects that they do. Those threshold things, the force time attack. When your health is too high, they'll be like, nope, you're dead. We're getting there, we're getting there. So at this point, all right. This is actually good that I'm getting turn rate right here. This is actually good. So look at that. We are out of force time, yes, but this is what I mean. He has to take a turn. But look, because our health is low, because of that burst effect, thank you, the fight is now over. Because if that wasn't up and our health was too high, we would have gotten right there, and he would have killed us. It would have been a pain, which that's another thing. Keep your finger on the pause button for if that happens. Don't just stand there with your jaw dropped, because if you do that for too long, you'll have to restart the whole thing. And that's not what you want. But that's what I ran. Worked out pretty well with some trial and error. Curious as to what you guys did. Hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for watching.